Now let's take a look at your MT6 LT5 affirmation. We have this parallelogram, PQRS, and you're supposed to find the slope of RS. Now remember, slope is you subtract the y's and we subtract the x's and we reduce. So let's take a look at R and S here. So I'm going to highlight this for us. So here's R, here's S. I'm going to go S minus R, although the order does not matter. So we're going to go negative 4. Now remember, it goes X, Y, X, Y. So I'm going to say negative 4 minus 3 all over 4 minus 1. Negative 4 minus 3 is negative 7. 4 minus 1 is 3. So you get negative 7/3. I think when you did this, you forgot your negative sign. Now we're going to do a side adjacent to RS. Adjacent means next to. So we could go QR or we could go PS. I'm going to go QR. So we're looking at Q and R. And we have X, Y again. I think I'll switch colors so we can see the difference here. So we're going to go 3 minus 2, subtract the y's, over 1 minus a negative 4. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. So you have negative 7/3 and 1/5. Notice they are not negative reciprocals. So this is impossible to be a rectangle. Because if the sides were perpendicular, I'd have a rectangle. So we know it's not a rectangle. Now let's see if it's a rhombus. And we're going to find the distance from R to S. And one of the things you didn't do when you did the quiz is give the exact answer. I don't want any decimals. I want the square root. Now remember, distance is we subtract the x's and square them. We subtract the y's and we square them. We add them together and take the square root. So I think I'm going to do RS on the side here so we can see our work. And once again, I'm going to erase this. I'm going to look at just RS. So we're going to say that's going to be the distance. We're going to subtract our x's. So I'll go 4 minus 1 squared plus negative 4 minus 3 squared. Well, 4 minus 1 squared, that's 3. Negative 4 minus 3, that's negative 7 squared. Well, then we're going to get 3 squared is 9. Negative 7 squared is 49. 49 plus 9 is the square root of 58. So that's what I want you to write there, is the square root of 58. I don't want a decimal. Now we'll do the same thing, only this time we'll do PR. So from P to R, or Q to R, I'm sorry, I want Q to R. Yeah, we'll do Q to R here. So we're going to go subtract your x's. I'm going to go 1 minus a negative 4. Squared plus 3 minus 2 squared. Well, 1 minus a negative 4, that's 5. 3 minus 2, that's 1. 5 squared is 25. Plus 1 squared is 1. So you get the square root of 26. Notice they're not congruent. If it's a rhombus, then the sides would be congruent. And if it's not a rectangle, we know it's not a square. If it's not a rhombus, it's not a square. So the only thing it can be on this particular problem is none of these. It is just a plain parallelogram. Okay, let's get MT6, LT5, LT6, and your test done today for sure.